Hey guys, TheInevitableSaiyan here, and this is actually the freaking fourth or fifth time I've done this, where I record these videos in advance for convenience, and then I always freaking forget to, like, put them on my computer or something, so then when my camera gets full, I just delete all the space, because I think I already have everything done, and I forget that I recorded all these videos in advance. So this is the third time I think I've had to record this in about 2 weeks. But anyway, the card of the week for the story of this card is Secret PSV Jinzo. And you guys know how this works. It's just a basic story that I'm going to tell you guys, and then I really want you guys to thumbs up the video and comment your opinions down below on what you think of this segment or the story or whatever. So let's just get right into it. This card actually has a pretty inspiring story for me. Not really for a whole lot of other people, but basically, some little history. If you don't know me, I don't duel right now. I'm just in it for the collecting, trading, selling, stuff like that. That buying, that I don't trade. I don't duel. I haven't dueled in a while, and basically my Yu-Gi-Oh life has been separated into two different sections. Like my original Yu-Gi-Oh life was when I was a kid, getting the original starter decks with Yugi and Blue Eyes and stuff like that, and then playing and I dueled and stuff like that, and then that went all the way up until about, I think, Light of Destruction was the last pack or was the first pack where I didn't have anything to do with Yu-Gi-Oh, because then I just kind of quit, because the area that I used to go to that's like 10 minutes away from my house stopped holding the sneak peeks, so and the same thing with like regionals and stuff like that, so, or not regionals, like locals, so I just didn't do anything with Yu-Gi-Oh after that from, the beginning all the way to Light of Destruction, and then randomly, like over the summer of 2010, I just was looking through, like I was cleaning my room, and I looked under my bed, and I found all my old cards. I was like, oh yeah, I remember how fun this was, like 4 or 5 years ago or whatever. I should get back into this. So then I found out about Yugi tubing, just randomly I encountered it. I was like, oh, there's actually a lot of people doing this and stuff like that. So again, this was about, I think, what was this, August of 2010. I was like, oh, I should probably get back into this. So I made my first trade binder, and which is the first thing I ever made Yu-Gi-Oh related on my channel, August 31st of 2010. So that's basically the official start of my Yu-Gi tubing, and then that started the second half of my Yu-Gi tubing, or of my Yu-Gi-Oh life, where I still retired dueling. Like when I came back, I didn't get back into dueling. I just came back into the trading, selling, buying, stuff like that, which goes all the way until now, collecting. And originally, before I made that trade binder, one of the cards that I found that was in that binder under my bed was what was it, Ultra Dark Beginnings 1 Jinzo, and that was the only Jinzo I ever had. This was before I didn't even know that they had different prints of cards, really, except for like the Blue Eyes and the Dark Magician and stuff, so I thought that was the only Jinzo. And when I made the trade binder, I was completely ignorant with values and stuff. I was just going for cards that I thought looked cool, and somebody wanted my Jinzo, which I still really liked, and I actually got a pretty good deal on it. It wasn't like I get ripped off or anything, but the point was, I traded it away and I lost that Jinzo. Well, come October, the Legendary Collection 1 came out, October of 2010, and I thought, yeah, that'd probably be a nice thing to get. It's got the God cards, which I always love. It's got different prints of the Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician. It's got some packs, so I'll get that. It's pretty decent for the price. So I bought it, and I got it, and I'll actually link you guys to the video or in the annotations. That's basically the first Yu-Gi-Oh product I ever opened on my channel. So I got it and I opened it on camera, like everybody was doing. That was the big thing, and people still do that to this day. They open all their stuff on camera and put it on their YouTube channels. And I actually got some really good pulls, because I was getting really worried there for a second, because when I was watching other people's openings, they were getting like all rares, or they'd get like one really crappy holo. I actually ended up pulling a super rare Kazajin, and I got a secret rare Vampire Lord, and then I got this secret PSV Jinzo. This was the first PSV one I ever have, and it's the same one that I have to this day. And you can kind of see when I open it, when I got the Jinzo, I was just kind of like pausing for 5 seconds, like in the video. Like I said, I want you guys to go watch that. And that's because like when I opened it, I was really just like, wow, it was just like big moment for me. I was like, wow, I forgot how good this feels to see the card that you love for the first time in your hands. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And so I got my Jinzo back, and that moment where like I just kind of saw this, I was like, wow, I really pulled this. This is so cool. That was kind of the moment where I was just like, this isn't going to be like a one-time thing, like do this for a week or so and see how it goes. I really want to put a passion to this and continue this. So that's why I've been Yugi tubing up until this day was because this just gave me such an inspiring moment that I was kind of like, wow, you know, this. I can't wait to see what it feels like when I get other cards that I want. And you know, it's still great to this day. I mean, that's kind of what collectors do. You know, when they get their card in the mail that they've been trading for and they need it for their collection, they're just like, yes, finally have this one more to add to my collection. So again, this was just kind of really the first card that kind of inspired me to continue Yugi tubing and not just throw it away really easily. So yeah, I mean, it's really a great story in my opinion. Maybe not a lot of other people think so because you know pulling a secret rare Jinzo from Pharaoh's Servant isn't as great as pulling like a Cardi from Galactic Overlord or whatever. But that's basically the story of this secret PSV Jinzo. You know, is the card that inspired me to continue Yugi tubing. So please thumbs up this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment your opinions below. Subscribe if you enjoyed this content. This segment gets uploaded every Friday. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.